Hey, it's Jeff Tomlinson, your Northern Utah real estate expert. Hey, today we're going to be meeting with the principal of Davis High School and learning all about their programs such as their sports, academics, and kind of accomplishments that the kids who have attended the school have achieved. And she's going to provide for us a lot of good information to help you guys to understand why you'd want to have your students attend Davis High School and that what kind of benefits they can offer to you as from an educational standpoint. There's a lot of things that they do which I found was very interesting and informative. So I want you to join me to find out just why you'd want to attend or have your kids attend Davis High School. So come on in, let's go check it out. Hi, this is Jeff here. I'm with Dr. Hawthorne and we're here at Davis High to discuss some of the programs that they have and what they have to offer to you if you're looking to come here to the school and what expectations you could possibly hope for your children, because we know how valuable education is, and we're going to be talking about that. So I hope you find this video informative and get an insight of what you could expect if you plan on attending this great educational institution. So tell us a little bit about what you feel is important and just how you got here and the school itself.
So Davis High is the flagship school in Davis County, built in 1914, built and opened in 1914 originally. Obviously, beautiful new remodel that's about 20 years old. So we have just a wonderful space, first of all, for learning, also for our curricular and co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Lots of great space for students.
That's what I noticed when I came in here. It was just huge, open, and you felt like, you know, this is an institution of learning because they just feel like that it's not depressing by any means. It's really uplifting. Yeah,
and for a school with colors for brown and gold, we pull it off well, right?
You do.
Also, you know, you'll see all around the building this talk of defending the tradition and a tradition of excellence. And I really have to credit the Kaysville community for holding on to those things that made this school what it was in the beginning and carrying that through. And the tradition is really important in this community, but when I ask about that, because this is my first year at Davis High, when I ask about that, what they tell me is that it's the tradition of excellence, that they know that when their students come here, they're going to get a high quality education, that even though there's almost 2,200 students in this building, we make a real effort to reach out and make that personal connection with each and every one of them. And I think we do a really good job of partnering with parents to build what they and their student are looking for their education.
That makes sense and stuff. And you really do feel like when you come in here, it's a quality institution. From the outside, it's all nicely taken care of, presents itself well. So you're certainly carrying that theme on right now, for sure.
We have an amazing support staff. Obviously, you know, from teachers to custodians to cooks. Everyone that works here is truly invested in the students, and we understand we are all here. Our job is to support students in whatever their endeavors are.
Perfect. What else would you like to share about your school and stuff and what it means to you and what you've seen so far?
In terms of the tradition of excellence, we are one of 3 high schools in Davis County that earned an A grade from the state legislature this year as they're giving out grades. We offer close to 60, I think it's 58, but close to 60 concurrent enrollment classes where students are getting college credit and families are only paying for a nominal transcript fee, basically. Oh, nice. And so they're here with our teachers earning college credit, and that's transferable anywhere because we run it through Weber State, and so those will transfer to any institution that the student goes on to attend. We have over 20 AP courses that we offer, and last year we gave close to 580 AP tests with a 95% pass rate. Nearly every student in our building takes the ACT, and with that we have about an average score of 23. And that's with, you know, lots of students taking it. We don't just select the best of the best to take that test.
No number skewing going on here, folks.
That's right. And then, you know, those other things that make school fun. We have a robust fine and performing arts programs, excellent athletic opportunities, lots of different clubs that students can join, and if we don't have a club that they want, they have an opportunity at the beginning of the year to make their own club and get a teacher sponsor. So I think this year we have about 34 clubs that are running throughout the school.
That makes it nice. So it kind of, if you don't have the interest available for them, it can kind of create their own, give them some kind of leadership opportunities, responsibilities, because that's what you're going to face in the real world, right?
Yeah. And I just have to tell you, our students are of such a high caliber. I went to the National Honor Society induction ceremony earlier in the school year, and as I was listening to the 5 or 6 students give their speeches, I thought, oh my gosh, I should defer my graduation speech to these young people because they are just outstanding young individuals.
That's perfect and stuff like that. I've got some questions for you.
Great.
Or do you have anything else that you'd like to tell?
No.
Awesome. Okay. So what does Davis High provide to your students that is unique?
Honestly, I hate to go back to that tradition, but there's no other place like this in the district that has been, the school has been around for this long, and I will meet parents at a PTA meeting and their grandparents went to school here. It's just, there's so many generations that just have continued to come to Davis High, and I think it really speaks to the quality of the school that people don't move away from here.
Yeah, and that's true. As I do real estate, Kaysville is a place where people call home for years and they don't want to move. So this is just another characteristic of why people like to come here and enjoy it. Yeah. Perfect. Well, great. So what are some of the successful programs that Davis High has to offer to their students? You mentioned a couple, but is there anything in particular that stands out?
We have built a very strong marching band program. And interestingly enough, the students who participate in marching band are doing that outside the school day. We offer it as a class, but they do it outside of the school day. This year, in the 2022-23 school year, they were first in their region, second in state, and at the Bands of America competition, I want to say, oh, I better not say because I'll get it wrong. But anyway, outstanding showing at Bands of America as well.
You got to be proud of that then,
Very
right?
Proud, yeah.
Nice. That's good to hear. Let's see. So we kind of maybe talked about this a little bit. I'd like to bring it up again. So have any of your students or club revealed any special awards? You kind of talked about the band. Would you say that's probably the pinnacle and best one then?
We have had a great fall. My goodness, our football team went to the quarterfinals. Our volleyball team finished 8th in the state. Our girls soccer team won the state championship. Wow. Our marching band just outperformed all expectations. We have had a really great fall, and now we're transitioning into our winter sports and have a lot more to look forward to. And in addition, in the academic realm, we're getting students ready for their Sterling Scholar applications. So just lots of great opportunities for students to showcase their talents.
You guys sound like you're doing great here. So what do you hope that each student, after their 3 years of education, will walk away with?
I hope that they walk away with the confidence to make sound decisions, to evaluate the noise that they're hearing in the world today and say, this is what I believe about that, and here's why.
Nice. I think those are key things because we are and do live in a noisy world.
Yeah.
That can be very distracting and kind of take you off course a little bit, and without that strong backbone, you know, it makes it a little bit more challenging in your life for sure. So as a principal, what do you hope to accomplish while you're here?
Not to mess it up, right? This Davis High is a big machine, and there are a lot of wonderful people who are really invested in making the most of every opportunity for every student. And so my biggest wish, or my goal each and every day of work, is to support the work of the people who are here. Nice. And I want them to feel valued, and I want our students to feel valued and heard. And again, in a place with almost 2,200 kids, I just want everyone to know that they are seen.
I think that's good, that there's a driving force, which would be you, behind the little guy, right? That everybody's heard, everybody's important, and because of that, they feel like they can got somebody that's got their back and will help them through this. Because you can get lost, 2,200 students, you're going to easily get lost, right? And to have somebody at the helm that would direct them that way, that's good to hear. Okay, here's an interesting one. Can you share an example of a student who overcame some challenges and became successful that you might have been part of?
This is a little bit tricky for me because I've only been here for a few months.
Right.
But I will say it this way. You and I were talking off camera while you were getting set up about the impact that the COVID shutdowns had on students.
Right.
And what I am so proud of are our students that I know each and every one of them have their own sort of struggles.
Sure.
And yet they show up every day and they persevere every day, and every day gets a little bit better. And I'm just so proud of our kids who lift each other up and then let us help them when they need lifting as well. Because that's a hard thing to do, is to ask for help.
It is, and I think you bring up some things here that come to my mind is that, you know, your adolescence is a challenging time, right? And we go through a lot of struggles, and unfortunately there's been some kids who have made not the right decision and ended their lives soon because they didn't probably have that support, what you're talking about. And it's nice to hear that, because school can be, you know, an environment that can be very harsh. Yeah. And to have that kind of mentality that you guys are offering, I think is wonderful.
You know, mental health is just probably one of our biggest concerns right now as educators. And you know, it's one thing, and we want to talk about all the accolades and the academic success and the things that our students are doing, but I think it's also really important for our community to know we have invested in hiring our own licensed clinical social worker, therapist that works with students on a referral basis. So he has a caseload, and we used to partner with Davis Behavioral Health. And our need was just so great, we didn't feel like we could share that therapist with other entities. And so we hired a fantastic integrated therapist, and he works here and at Kaysville Junior, so he's able to help provide some family support.
Good.
And it's just really nice for our guidance counselors to be that.
Yeah.
To be a guidance counselor in that college and career readiness realm, and be able to work with our integrated therapist on some of those more severe mental health issues.
Perfect. So you're covering like the whole gamut here.
Yeah.
Which, you know, let's face it, we all go through our mental challenges,
Absolutely.
Right, every day. And to have some support to get you through those tough times is good to hear. I'm glad you got that. Final question, and you once again have been such a short tenure here, but what's your best experience you've had so far since you've been here at Davis High?
My favorite thing here at Davis High, in the mornings when we don't have a meeting, we scatter, our administrative team scatters, and we greet kids at the door.
Wow.
And so my favorite thing to do in the morning is to stand at that door and hold it for the students as they come in, and just have that short interaction and, you know, good morning. And first of all, our students are so polite.
Oh.
They're so well mannered, and they engage in that short, quick conversation, and some of them will stick around and visit a little bit longer, but that is just the highlight of my day. That and being out at lunch. A lot of students leave campus for lunch, sure. But a lot come back and hang out in groups, and it's just really fun to watch them interact and engage with each other.
You know, I remember my high school experience, it was almost us against them, right? And so to know that you guys are at that level where they can come in and feel like you're my friend, but also my mentor to some degree, right? And got their back, and you know, whatever issue, which I'm here, a common theme here is that we're here for you, no matter, you know, it's academically, emotionally, whatever the case may be, which I think is part of the educational process. And kudos to you guys and for what you've done, and I just want to thank you for the time that we've had to spend together. I can see why people would want to come here, and it's been a really good experience for me, and thanks for a few minutes that we shared together.
Thanks for giving us the opportunity to tell our story.
You're welcome. Thanks again.